worldwide TV network, iTube 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, and WomenOnTV.tv. And it's been a while since I've been here, so I almost don't know what the hell to say, Terry. But since we're here, the last time we were here was what, November 7th.
Gosh.
And just to be in the studio is like weird. Everybody's been traveling. Everybody's kind of been still locked down for those people who are feeling kind of stressed and everything like that. But it's good to be back in a regular studio again. We never really locked down. We have 7 million views a day and counting. When we were last here, Carl, when we were last here, we only had 4.1 million views a day and counting. So the good thing about this is we got our two friends in. One drove all the way from Las Vegas, but originally from Brazil. All right, Roberto, who are you and where are you coming from?
Hi, this is Roberto Delanese. Thanks very much for having me in your show. It is an honor to be part of this group. So thank you very much. I am Roberto Delanese. I'm originally from Brazil, like Brian just mentioned, and I'm living in Las Vegas right now. And I have just written a book that we published a month ago that is the Delanese Method. It's a practical guide to success, prosperity, and abundance.
And now you're a best international selling author, too. Surprised
Yes,
about that? Did you expect that one to happen?
Yeah, it's something that I had. It was one of my dreams, is to launch the book and become an international bestseller. And it came like very quickly. So yes, was an amazing moment to go through, and was a dream come true, another dream come true.
Let me see that book. Show that in that camera.
Oh, let's see if you can see in here, right?
So what was it like to get that certificate saying you're a best-selling author now? What was that like? And what are your friends in Brazil? And what are your friends in, what is it? Your son's in San Diego?
Yes. I have a son in San Diego and one in Spain, in Madrid. So they also, everybody's spread in my family. So, but it was very emotional. I have a history of achieving some very, almost like impossible dreams my whole life. But it doesn't matter how many impossible dreams you achieve. So every time you achieve another dream, it's very emotional. So you should bottle up that energy with you. So it is amazing that we launched the book and was selling the book, and you expected that you're going to get the international bestseller. So I had that picture in December last year when I made the agreement with the publisher to launch the book. I got a copy of the CU, the one that's in the corner that says international bestseller, and I put in the draft of the cover. And I sent to my boys, and I said, in March next year, you're going to see this in the bookstores. You're going to see this in Amazons. And everybody laughed, right? When they say, wow, my father never wrote a book, never wrote anything. Okay, now he's going to launch a book saying that's going to be an international bestseller, right? But I think the visualization and everything that we teach in the book and everything that we say there, I believe in that. And I think that's a big part of the system. If you believe in what you want and you really go for and you don't have any doubt, it's very likely that you're going to achieve. So that's why I always say, be careful what you wish for, because you may get it.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things where I haven't written a book yet, but through Hashmark Publishing out of Canada, Judy
Yes.
O'Brien, I mean, I like that team. I like what they're having.
Yes.
And we hadn't met until today. But I was watching the stuff that you were doing, and I was like happy for you because, again, the 9 authors that we've had, 7 out of the 9 have become best international sellers on our show. And that makes me very, very happy, and we've become friends. And again, none of us have met, but we've been liking each other, sharing all the content, and I think all of that stuff is very, very important.
Yes. Oh, yes. That is very important. It's not only, generally when you grow up, everybody says, if you work very hard, you're going to be okay in life, right? And this is only part of the equation. So yes, you should work very hard. You have to go after your dream. But I think your belief system, your mentality, or what I call your mindset of champion has a lot to do with your success. So in your mind, you basically have a lot of stuff that can move you forward. You have your desires, you have like everything that's positive in your life. But you also have fears and doubts, and that holds you back. So if you learn how to manage that, if you learn how to focus in the positive and really work on that, and that's what I believe is the differential from this book. There are a lot of books out there how to achieve goals, and it's almost like a mechanical thing. You establish everything that you need, and you put the dates, and you go forward, and you achieve. Okay? And if you look out there, most of the people have goals. They have big goals, and more than half of them never achieve the goals. Or they give up, or they basically end up settling for less than what they wanted and less than what they deserve sometimes. And the main reason is that they get hit by an obstacle and they don't know how to overcome. That is the big thing for achieving goals. And in this book is something that I did over my career, is what brought me from Brazil to US and gave me a great life in here. But I focus before you start your goal, before you start putting the dates together and you start running after your goal, is try to establish on you what I call the mentality, or the mentality of the champion, is to remove your negative stuff from your head. So try to improve your self-esteem, try to control your stress. So try to look in what is holding you back, what is something that you're afraid, what fears do you have, what are the negative thoughts that you have there. Sometimes you grow up and you say, you can tell everyone, I'm going to be an astronaut, I'm going to be a doctor, you have those big dreams and you boast it to everyone, right? And everyone says, who are you, right? This is not for you, who do you think you are? This is for the 1%, this is not for us, okay? So everybody puts us down, so it gets to a point that you're even ashamed to tell that you have a big dream. So the idea is before you start a big dream, remove this from your head. So in the book, I believe a lot in visualization, visualize what you want. So see that you got there, feel the emotions when you get there, right? And sometimes use some affirmations so you can replace what's in your head that is negative for something positive, right? So I play a lot in the book with this. So if you do this regularly and you improve your mindset, there is nothing that holds you back when you go there. So when you see the athletes and those guys, they do a lot of visualization before a race, before a game.
Exactly.
Nobody goes in the game and says, well, maybe I'm not sure if I'm going to win, right? You get there.
I ain't going to win that way.
You are 100% sure. You already saw you in the podium. You already saw the music playing. You already saw the flag. You are ready. You are ready to go, right? So your mind is ready to go. So when you start, the adrenaline goes in there and everything goes in there and your body's going to do the impossible. That's why a lot of people beat their own records in the big races, because they saw they set winning. So if they are losing, the body's going to go the extra drive to make sure that you get the energy, you get everything that you need to achieve that. And I think this is the big part of achieving the goals. And I probably stumbled this as I was growing up. And I was able to do this regularly. And then I started teaching people during my career. And it always works. It works for them too, right? So I have many people in different countries that achieved the goals that they also thought would be impossible. So
and with that thought, hold that, visualize that for a minute, matter of fact.
It's there.
Because I want to come back to that point. Because also in the studio, we have two friends.
Yes.
And we haven't seen each other in a while. It's going back to, I didn't even see Gene in November. No. I saw him September. Yeah. And then we have nonstop Terri Marie. We don't care about Terri.
Well, I'm with you all the time.
It's more about Gene. but the important thing is, it's good to see Gene back. He looks different. He's got a lot of interesting ideas, which I really like. And then Terri's been busy, so I can't be happier for her. Terri, you glad to be here? I know you're glad
Yeah,
to be
I
here.
am glad to be here, and I'm trying to...
Are you glad to see Gene?
Yes, I'm glad. I didn't recognize Gene. I saw Gene in the parking lot. He grew a beard. I didn't recognize him. But I'm like, who is that guy over there? That's Gene.
All right, so Gene, what's been happening with you since we last saw you in the studio? You were just visiting in the studio in September when we were first starting here. You've got a bunch of things going on now. What do you want to talk about?
Well, been busy as usual. Just kind of.
Give your name and everybody for everybody to see.
I'm Gene Sheynis. I live in Los Angeles for quite some time now.
See, and we all know him, the owner of Celebrity Connected, one of the owners of Sportamix, which we all support and everything like that. And then you're always coming up with great things. One of the things Sherry showed him that was at Celebrity Connected was the restroom kit. Bill and Sonia Mazie, so now they're first responders. The elliptical hand sanitizer, a lot of the little things I like to showcase.
The donut
they came from, donut didn't come from Gene, but we were going to help him and we decided not to at one point. But it was something else that we found him someplace else. But I always like the things that he comes up with because they're unique. They're actually very, very good for people's well-being, for the depression, anxiety. I'm talking about Terri Marie. But all those things
I have
like
anxiety, yes.
But Gene, talk about what you found next, and then, AR Tutor, if you want to talk about that also.
Well, this Rin'Go product we have here, this is, it's been successfully, well, it's a product we worked on for some time now. It's in aromatherapy, it's a mini inhaler that allows you to create your own personal environment of pleasant smell and with additional effects within reach of grabbing one of these packages, opening it up, and sticking it to the bridge of your nose and enjoying the process. The whole experience of it helps with the number of cases. I mean, we started with 7 most common ones. One is immunity. It helps block airborne viruses and activate your immune system. The one which has lavender essential oil in it helps people fall asleep. One that helps with deal with stress, concentrate, suppress interest in smoking or food cravings, and obviously the energy. As a matter of fact, we have another one that we're about to discuss with a pretty high-profile company.
Of course.
I don't know if I should say it, but it's coming up. It's a natural aphrodisiac. We want to share it with hustlers, see how they react to it.
That's right.
But the concept, the whole thing been around for thousands of years. It's nature's recipes of how essential oil affect your human body, and we were excited to take this new product to the market because it makes it extremely convenient. Traditionally, you have to either splash some, substance on the rocks in the spa, or have electrical diffusers, or have to kind of rub this on your body so you can start. So when it evaporates, it gets into your bloodstream to your nose. This product revolutionized the way it could be absorbed, and it's extremely reasonable from the price standpoint. And we are expecting, reaction from people in many fields, besides direct effect on the cases that I mentioned, people that work in an unpleasant environment where the air is stuffed, or it doesn't smell right, or they don't want to have to be exposed to a particular smell. Now they have pretty cool options, to say the least. So as I said, I wanted to share this with your audience, and also get some perhaps some feedback, some ideas of how it could be utilized in their people's daily lives. How some of your audience where would they want to be, see it? What kind of cases they're looking for this product to deal with. There's numbers of cases that essential oil helps with. So also see if some of them are involved with, say, retail establishments and would like to create an opportunity like that with us.
Well, the one I tried yesterday when I ran into you was the immunity one, and immediately I felt that. And I would never put a little nose ring, the Rin'Go, in anything, but I liked it. And then, going back to visualization, I had it at 4 o'clock this morning, West Coast time. As I was putting out fires, I was like, well, this is where it comes in handy. I wasn't stressed or anything like that. Everybody else was. And I'm like, too bad I can't reach over the phone and plug one into their nose. Well, and it was interesting. And then at the same time, I'm like, 5 out of these 7, Terri could use right away.
That first thing that I noticed is there's one for stress, which I was worried I was going to run late today because there was an accident. So Gene immediately gave me the stress relief, and it worked.
Gene, did you see it on her face? Is that what happened?
He's, oh no.
Seems like she's more chill today.
Yeah, I'm more chilled out. And it's 4:20, but I don't do that. But anyway. But yeah, there's one for slimming down, which is good because, I'm a competitor, so that would help me when I'm trying to diet for a show. The eucalyptus, the lavender one is good for, sleep. I mean, I don't know. I love this because I use essential oils. And I tend to go put my face and breathe the oil water,
but
whatever
that's
is coming
also
out.
good for you because you have asthma too.
Yeah, well, eucalyptus is actually what's in Vicks. So as a kid, you know, you used to use the vaporizer with the Vicks in it, but the eucalyptus, which is organic, which is much better for you. So I use a diffuser, but this, I can just put it in my nose and it will clear my nose. Also, sometimes at the gym, I'm sorry, but locker rooms smell horrible, so I can use that to not to smell the gym.
That's one of the things Gene was talking about
Yes.
yesterday. You know, for people in the world of fitness or
Yes.
and anything. But like I said, for me this morning, I was visualizing, just sitting there. Okay, what do I want to create today? You know,
Yes.
between now and the end of the summer, because I'm really, really big on things like that. So
You know what I just noticed with listening to them both is sometimes I have issues with concentrating on stuff, especially when I get stressed out. So using vision boards and putting, you know, my goals out there with the stress relief, that can work
Oh,
hand
yes.
in hand. Yes. So,
Yeah, he
so
has
I see,
concentration, he has
Yeah.
stress control, he has energy, so it's a lot of stuff, a lot
Yeah.
of good stuff there.
well, I just kind of like how you touched on, you know, it's about, you know, just staying focused where people tell you can't do it. It's a lot of negative noise, and I can't wait to read your book because that negative noise sometimes sucks into me and keeps me from getting to my goals. So I want to learn. I do vision boards, and I do put that to the universe, but I need to get better at it. So I'm really excited to read your book.
Blocking some negativity.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to like block out negative people and negative energy, which we all get all the time, especially when you have a goal and people, for some reason, I don't know why people don't want you to be successful. They just put negative energy out there. I'm like, why don't, because I want everybody to be successful, and I don't
Yes.
get
well,
that.
here's
but-
where the book and this comes hand in hand, because a lot of people are really stressed and they don't know which way to go. They've kind of given up into putting these negative things out
on
there.
other people.
And again, this is kind of what Gene was talking about. These products are great for everybody. There isn't any place that you can't go with it. Whether you've gotten arrested and you're behind a police car, we were joking about it, but it's seriously, you know, you never know if someone's got just bad odor or whatever the case may be.
I'm telling you.
You
Firemen,
can use them in
policemen.
yoga classes. I mean,
I'm telling you, the
there's
gym.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of. I mean, we spoke to a few dentists. They said we'd much rather have a smell of lemon and help concentrate on the
Then halitosis.
subject than to deal with other smells. But the idea was again to create a hyperallergenic product that has absolutely no negative effect and just can impact people's lives in a positive way.
And I'm gonna have to try the energy one because again, sometimes I don't feel like working out, and sometimes the pre-workouts get me too jittery, and it's too much. So I would like to. I'm definitely
You
gonna try
just,
that.
Like I said, open the package, breathe normally for about 10-15 minutes if you'd like longer, and then enjoy the effect for hours after that.
And it's a simple thing. You kind of just open the package, you just open it, just put it in your hand, and then you put it in your nose. Just
It looks like a nose
this.
ring.
Yeah, and see, I feel it, I smell it automatically. And automatically within that, half second, it makes me feel better of what that is. And now I don't get depressed, I don't have anxiety of those things, but everybody else I do know, so I'm the calming effect. So now I need this when I want to go to sleep, because the one problem I do have is sleeping, because, and you guys can attend to this, is that the phone is always going off and people from around the world. When can you get proper sleep? Never, because there's just so much stuff to do, and it's never ending. It's 24/7, literally. And then that's why I said, well, we should have this on. And it was a last minute to have Gene to come in, because this stuff was doing
we're
it,
still working on our website that's going to be launched any day now. Like I said, the whole test, initial R&D took place in Europe. And now that it's been tested, it's getting final certification. We already have LOIs and interest from a number of establishments and just coming to the market. It's kind of a breakthrough in aromatherapy, if you can see it that way.
So can we talk where people can eventually get this? Can we talk about a date?
Well, look, I'm expecting to have ready to go to market product within probably next 5 to 6 weeks at the latest.
Right.
Perhaps sooner. Already have it, I mean, I don't have official commitments, like there's no POs yet, but LOIs are in line, and number of vending companies that, pretty big company that services Tri-State, California, Nevada, and Arizona, loves the product, loves the price point, loves what it does, the shelf life, the fact that I think, I got to double check, I think we have shelf life of 12 months, but if I'm
You
not
said really
mistaken,
2 years, yeah.
can stay fresh up to 2 years without changing the shape or anything.
Yeah.
So it's a durable, comfortable product that can help you kind of get dialed in or deal with certain cases and problems in any environment without affecting others or impacting impacting Earth. Because again, the product is green; it's fully organic.
And that's the thing that I like about it also.
Well, a lot of people are concentrating on that movement, and we wanted to make it as user-friendly and as green as possible. That was one of the goals that we were able to achieve, because I've seen a competitor's product not long ago. They used plastic, and the price point was, I think, fivefold. And the substance itself is a chemical-based smell, not organic essential oils.
You don't want to be breathing chemicals. That takes
I'm
away
not-
from it.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
they're bad. It's just we wanted
Yeah.
to perfect every
I personally don't
aspect
wanna
of
be-
things, and people like natural.
Yep.
You can right away feel whether the infusion happened naturally or you had some kind of a chemical additive. So it seems like our team has done a great job. Now it's time to introduce it to the rest of the world. So we're open for collaboration discussions. And I think ideally, for now, maybe some of you guys can just shoot your remarks to Brian, and I'm sure he'll be happy to pass it along.
See, and I'm already on board in this. I like almost anything that Gene brings. So I like to get the jump on things. And so when we met yesterday, I'm like, I already like it. I already know what to do with it. Oh, Terry's going to need 7 out of these things. This is perfect for what we need for things. Everybody around the world needs it
We
for
got a
different
cure
things.
for Terry.
Yep.
And Roberto, as I'm thinking of things, I'm thinking of your book, and I'm thinking of the country of Brazil.
Yes,
As the
that's-
rainforest is burning the Amazon. I mean, this is what they kind of need too, since they are outside the U.S., right? You can get it in Brazil, most likely, right?
Listen,
we're talking about
this
this.
product can go anywhere. Like literally, we were able to work out supply chains, to work out additional local manufacturing, licensing opportunities. And like I said, at this point, this is just a pure holistic product. Though we're starting a discussion with some experts in medical field, because there's a number of substances that people are having problems taking, like so they have to smear something on top of their lip and wait till it evaporates as a medicine. And I think this will be a helpful solution for existing products. But again, the medical end of things takes longer, and we chose just to take it to the market and let people enjoy it as soon as possible, and then keep on, moving forward with helping the environment.
When going back to visualization on things, goes hand in hand, Roberto, doesn't it?
Yes, no, you're right. Yeah, I was talking to him. I said, especially like big cities like São Paulo, they have like millions of people, right? And Brazil right now, people are very stressed. We have a lot of issues going on out there. So yes, anything like it is, especially when you look at the healthy sleep, like you said, everybody needs a good night's sleep, okay, relax and anti-stress. So it is energy. It is something that can be used by anyone, not only Brazil, but everybody reading the book, the same thing, that we are addressing the same type of issues, right? So you can do this mentally, but get an extra help, do a synergy using the products, right? So they go hand in hand.
Right. Terry, what do you think so far?
Well, I already told you that I have a
You
use
told
for-
me. I want you to tell them. What do you think?
Okay, I'll tell everybody. I told Gene, and I'll tell everybody, I absolutely love all these products because I can use every single one of them. Except I'm not a
Exactly.
smoker, though, so that was the only one that wouldn't apply to me. But as far as for fitness and for my stress and for my anxiety and for focus, I really need to use the focus ones because, again, I'm trying to get rid of that noise right now in my head to accomplish a lot of goals this year. But yeah, I'm going to tell everybody about this. I have a lot of friends that do use essential oils. And it is important for them and for me to have something that's organic, because I don't want to use anything with any chemicals, even with my food. Anything I put in my body, lotions, food, I want it to be,
Natural.
chemical free and natural. Yeah. So I
Well,
love
that
that.
seems to be the trend. I mean, a lot of people are after that. And again, it's a grandmother's recipes. It's nothing that we have formulated. It's been in existence for thousands of years. It's just a way of delivering it was somewhat hard and unreasonable. So people do not use it as much. We expect combination of a trend and the actual the effect that it does for people with specific cases. I think one of the most interesting ones that where I was surprised is the fact that the fir tree helps you fight helps you deal with viruses. Kind of blocks them and activates the immune system. And in today's world,
That's important.
it seems to be pretty important. So any time before you travel, walking into a place where there's a large group of people, whether it's an event or you're going to the airport or anywhere, sticking one in your nose and breathing for 10 minutes, if it could help, not only put your mind at ease,
It would
but
definitely
Oh,
help.
yes. It helps.
it would not be a bad idea. So that's kind of what we're sticking to, and I'm excited. I'm like, it's been a while since we fully finished a product without obstacles, and it was just, obviously there was quite a bit of obstacles, but I'm saying it just went according to the plan, and we were able to achieve the final results. And now that it's already showing traction, it's already selling in Europe, it's tested, certified, and it just falls under all the guidelines as a something that will not do the harm. We're really excited and proud to take it to the market.
Roberto, when you had never met Gene before.
Nope.
When you met him, and he's telling you about just this product in general, he's got two other great things too. What was your first reaction?
I was pleasantly surprised. I think it is great. It is essential oil, all those type of the products. They are, like he said, is used by thousands of years. Okay, so that was the beginning before the real drugs and the pharmaceuticals came out there, right? So that's how we used to do in the past, right? So it is, I think, the right way to go, especially now. Everyone wants anything that is organic, everything that is pure, right? And you have like besides having a great product, you have a great packaging, you have a great price point, so you have everything to succeed. Okay, so it's just getting people to know and connect with people, have a good supply chain in place, right? I come from supply chain, that's why I'm saying that. So this is logistics and supply chain, so they can kill you too, right? So, but it can help you succeed. So.
And you came from that corporate world. Talk about
Yes.
that before you wrote this book, because this is your first book, right?
Yes, this is my first book. Yes.
Then you wrote it during COVID.
Yes, I took advantage of the COVID. Yes,
Talk about the corporate world, what you were doing, and you would, because again, we had never met, and the interesting thing about this is that you wrote this during COVID, but you were talking about what you were really supposed to be doing in San Francisco also.
Yes, I am an electronic engineer, so I come from the technical side, electronics, telecommunication, computers. I love those areas. Okay, I literally love electronics. But I start working with the Johnson & Johnson, just to have an idea. So totally different, right, in Brazil. So, but in computers, in a lot of simulations and stuff.
I like electronics, but I'm gonna go deal with medicine.
Yeah, and then from there I end up coming for United States for training, and I stay here, and that was another dream that I achieved, to stay in the United States, get a green card, become a resident in here. Then I went to work for three large basically global pharmaceutical companies. So I have been in pharmaceutical companies virtually my whole career. So people used to tell me, what do you do for a living? I said, I move drugs across the country. Okay, so move like buckets of white powder from South America to Brazil.
You weren't kidding.
So you always make an impact when you say that. I said, I move those white powders back and forth. Okay. And so, but they were legal, so it's all pharmaceuticals, right? But it's all drugs. So I did that for a while, and then I came to California, San Francisco, to Genentech, that is a biotech. So I work a lot in basically 13 years with Genentech in the biotech field. So you learn a lot about diseases and the drugs, and you see a lot of patients, you see what they go through, you see it's a total different environment when you have contact with the patients. And you see the need for drugs, the need for new development, and natural products too. A lot of people look for natural products. They are powerful products for cancer but they are too tough on the body, right?
Yeah.
So if you can get something that it can help you and is more natural, that is more almost like a vaccine, more something that is trigger immune system to do the work, that is the best way to go, right? And that's basically personalized medicine, and that's basically where we are going. And it is a fascinating world when you get start working with products like this
Thank you.
that very lightly without infringing anything bad in the body, you can trigger immunity, you can trigger relaxation, you can trigger your body to respond to something. And that's very, very important because like you said, the world today is very negative. So you're exposed to not only to the news that is totally negative, and even the people looks like it's conditioned now to not to want to succeed, right? So you have to be careful who we discuss your goals to. So that's probably one of the stuff that I would say is don't just tell your goals, what you really want to achieve, for people that you can trust, people that are basically there to support you, that they become your support system. If someone is saying, well, I'm not sure that you can do this, so keep them away, okay? You don't need them in your team, okay? So bring to your team the people that say, yes, you can do it, yes, you're going to achieve. And they reinforce that in you, okay? And controlling stress, controlling sleep, and even the slim, everybody needs to slim down a little bit, right? I need to.
I'm not making a comment here.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of good things. So I was very impressed. So first time I met you too, so it was very nice meeting you. And I told him, I said, I'm going to try to see people that I know also in Latin America in general, okay, but in Brazil, in Latin America, maybe you can get some connection for you there, okay? And
Listen, we're
that would be
open
amazing,
to
yes.
collaborate with anybody. It brings positivity and, should be financial benefits as well, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, this is an amazing product. So yes, it is. I was pleasantly surprised. So.
And Gene, so with that, talk about AR Tudo, because that's another company that I like, that was that Celebrity Connected, and was doing well outside the U.S., and now I think it's ready for the U.S., right?
Well, yes, it's AR Tutor. Actually, the website is artutor.org, is an application that is available in Google Play and App Store already. With the first case, which is a wardrobe, it teaches kids with developmental issues, mental issues, life skills. Teaches them how to be safe, how to dress for certain environment, how to read situations, how to get, the most out of life.
You're talking about Terry.
No, I'm talking about. Actually, it helps people with with ADD,
Yeah.
ADHD,
Exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. See, I wasn't joking.
Okay, well,
well, maybe.
just like to give me a hard
It's
time.
true, but it also one of the biggest things that it really helps people, autistic people,
Yeah.
which are.
That's why I like it.
And it's been tested also in Europe for over 5 years on more than 10,000 people. They've developed, I want to say, about 6 or 7 cases that are currently working. And we just had it localized to a degree in English for the local, for the local market.
Yeah.
Made it available, and now we're starting to discuss this opportunity with business professionals and general public. And for this one, we'll be lifting funds. Again, localization doesn't mean just translating. It has
Yep.
we have to adjust pictures. It's a cultural adaptation, I would call, and obviously work out all the marketing needs. But I'm real excited about that because again, AR Tutor is an augmented reality application. Basically,
Right.
it's the cards that you print and and they basically using those cards with your smartphone or tablet. It literally teaches kids how to use every one of the features around them, how to turn on the light, how not to stick fingers into electric jack, how to brush their teeth. Basically, once that thing is uploaded and the test is done, number of classes are assigned, the application communicates with guardians. So that lets them know of the success rate, and it just because of the augmented reality factor, it impacts all sensors that are responsible for human interaction. It's visual, it's kinesthetic, it's audio, and when it impacts all three simultaneously, it makes a huge difference. It's the most advanced digital educational system that currently exists, and on a very high level, of top authorities and organizations. It was tested in Europe. Now it's time to introduce it, to the rest of the world. And like I said, the first app is already available. It's AR Tutor, ARTUTOR. You can just log into artutor.org, and you will find the link to the applications. And first ones is available for free. Later, we'll see which business model will be taken advantage of.
Terry, tell the audience what you do. It's been a while since people have seen you. I mean, us being together.
What do I do? I
Yeah.
do lots of things.
Well, they don't know
I
that.
know.
You got to remember, you're
I
talking to them.
know. Let's see.
Roberto doesn't really know what you do.
Well, besides being a co-host for you, over 6 years now?
Yes.
6 years. Fitness competing, fitness personality, businesswoman, and what else do I do? I don't know. That's
Your
about
medical
it.
field.
Oh yeah, and then I work in medical technology too. So, is my corporate job that I still have right now. So yeah.
And your
Becoming a
website.
trader too now, right?
Yeah, well, I've been dabbling in trading, so we'll see how that goes. I'm learning how to read candlesticks.
That's good.
Plus,
Yes.
You're advancing.
Yes, I'm advancing. I'm growing up. And today, for those people that do trade cryptocurrency, happy Doge Day, because today is 420 Doge Day, if anybody knows about it, which is a meme coin, but everybody goes crazy about it. And Elon Musk has been tweeting about it, so I have to shout out to all those people that are, because I have a lot of friends that are like into Doge Day today. So
Well, and since it's 420 days, so Popper and Barkley, one of our sponsors. What I like, because I don't smoke, is I like the relief. And I think your mom's used this, right?
yeah, my mom
This
uses
is
that
the
for her
relief
use.
body lotion, which is actually really, really good. So I rub it on my knee because I have a bad left knee, and then occasionally if I'm using my segues with my lower back, and instantly it helps. So I love this, and we love Adam, from Popper and Barkley, the CEO. He's actually been in here. He would have been in here today, but he had to be in Eureka because everybody in 420 is busy. But you get a chance, you get 15% off through Movie Reviews and More. So this is what I want to do for something, what Gene was talking about.
Oh, and actually about that product, I did, I was recommended to take the body oil and put it in the bath with lavender after
Yeah.
you work out, and it does help for muscle pain.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Sure.
So you had a chance to talk about Sportamix.
Yes, and I absolutely love Sportamix because it helps connect everybody into the
See how
world of
happy
sports.
she is, Gene?
Yeah. I'm happy to be in the studio to be here with people again. So, but yeah, so Sportamix is basically a platform to bring the world of sports together, where you're a soccer mom, professional sports, want to follow your sports stars, sorry. So it's it's kind of like a Facebook for the world of sports.
It is.
So-
It's a combination of Facebook and and LinkedIn. Because it definitely has the professional factor. You're enjoying all the features of social media, but unique attributes to each type of sport and your particular interest, whether you're an Olympic committee or father of a kid who just got his first skates and looking for an opportunity to move him up the ladder. Sportamix set out to kind of unite everyone who has their footprint within the world of sports in one ecosystem and let them do their thing. And it's been showing traction. It's a monster of a deal. It takes a while to get everybody involved, but we had we've been fortunate that great support from, some of the top people in the sports community. We have been partners with Sportacourt, which is the biggest sports
Which
gathering.
is a great thing.
And just an amazing deal. It just we were hoping to get it up and running earlier, but some of it was affected by pandemic. It shut down all the sports and
Yep.
all relevant companies and stuff. But back up and running and continuing to grow. So thank you for supporting it.
Exactly. Roberto, I put one of your shows up on Sportamix too on the website,
Yeah. Oh,
which was again
Yes.
reaching out, Brazilian, whatever the case was, motivation and visualization to what you're talking about earlier. And then so with AR Tutor, AR is in your book, isn't it?
Yes,
Through
uh-huh.
Hashmark.
Yes,
Talk about that, and then so you knew about Terri, again meeting for the first
More in
time with the
common than
fitness
we
and stuff.
thought.
yes. Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
talk about Hashmark because I like that company. I like Judy. I like Dave, and that you have AR in your book.
Yes, I was surprised because when I wrote the book, I didn't know anything about the business of publishing anything, so I didn't know. I knew I had to write the book, and then I trusted that something would happen, right? And I was introduced to different companies, and I do like the Hashmark and Judy, and she's the president and the founder of the company. She's an amazing person, amazing team, and she connected me with a lady from Portugal that also
Danielle Martinez.
Danielle
yep.
Martin, that works with Brian, is also like an outstanding person. And all those people, they made up like a tremendous team. It was a team effort to help me to succeed, right? So I own a lot about them to help me to put the book together and to launch the book. And one of the technologies that they have that probably they're still the only one in the world, and is the AR feature that when
They
you
are
get
the only one in the world.
Yes. So when you get the book, you're going to see on the bottom here, there is a little button that says AR, NAR, AR readable. So it is an app also that you have in your mobile device. You just download the app, and inside the book, you have like a mark, and you scan that mark, and you are connected to something. So some books you can have like a 3D effect. You can have like a character from the book talking to you. You can have like a different effects, different things. In my book is a little bit more simple than that, but I have a message to you. So you're gonna see me there, and I'm gonna send you a good message, and after that you have a link that you can go also my website. So it is an amazing technology that you don't only sell the book, but you also go with it. So the reader can access you, he can listen to you again, and you can change this message also over time. But there are some cool features that they have done in some different, especially in kids' books and other books that are fiction books, that you can be very creative with the images, with colors and stuff that can be used in AR. So it is an amazing feature, and it's thanks to Hashmark that I have this in the book. It is a differential too, right?
And give you social media links.
My social media is basically my name, Roberto Delanese. So I have a website, www.robertodelanese.com. I have Instagram, Roberto Delanese, the Facebook, Roberto Delanese, and LinkedIn. That's the one I use the most. Is also my name, Roberto Delanese.
And then Gene all right, so AR Tutor, that website. And then soon to be for this one.
You know what? I think we have it as a Rin'Go .world.
Okay.
I don't have all the details. I gotta check which domain we picked up. But it's coming. It's definitely there's a website available in Russian. It's
Give the Russian website.
Rin'Go RINGO.ru.
Okay.
And like I said, this is just fresh off. I was skeptical whether we should announce this product today or
See, and I said
a
yes
couple weeks from
automatically.
now. But you said it's definitely.
I wanted Terri to
something
try
that
it.
people
See,
wanna
I love
Terri,
it.
I was thinking about you.
know about. But yeah, so we're a little premature from I have, like I said, social media platforms are not finished yet. They're about to get all the content
I think
together.
about it this way. I remember my friend introducing me to Roku in 06.
Right.
And I said, what is this? What, I got to do this? This is 06. Where's Roku now?
Yep.
So anything like this, I want to be the first to have it.
Well, you are.
Exactly. That's why I said come in today.
This is the first PR exposure period.
So Terry, what do you think of today?
I'm happy. Again, I said I'm happy to be
Anytime
here.
I can make your ass happy, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm glad that, I'm with
She
human
looks
beings.
happy.
Yes.
See, I'm thinking about you.
And I'm less stressed now because I'm using Gene's magical.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Calm down.
All right, give your website real quick.
TerriMarieOfficial.com is my website.
See, she's so relaxed she didn't even know what
I'm
nonstop
no,
was.
no, that's not true. I am still nonstop because I'm always doing something.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yes, never.
Charge the
And then my social media is nonstop Terri Marie on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Gosh, did you forget any places? No Telegram?
Yeah, well, anywhere you will find me, I'm nonstop. So
WeChat?
Well, she was full stop for a little while. Now she's back to nonstop.
yes.
Back to next.
But
Yeah.
that's okay.
Because I'm putting better visions out into the universe so that
well,
more
and
positive
you
stuff
do
happens.
have your vision board.
Yes, I do. That's something that I do. But sometimes I let negative thoughts get into my head, and I gotta get out of that. I mean, but we all do it. We're human, so I just have to. When I get that way and I get depressed, I just have to,
just
think
call us.
positive.
Roberto, she
God
calls
is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have to talk.
Yes.
We have to talk.
And with that, so I want to thank you for this because,
Oh my God.
my God, I've got 53 books just from this year. I've only read 20. No, I've read 19. I haven't finished the 21th yet, but they've been very good. And
That's a lot of books.
tell me about it. I used to get 3-5 a day. I'm like, I can't go through all these books, but the ones that I've read have been very good. And I haven't read yours yet, but I know I've been skimming through when you put things up on how they are. So I automatically liked it. So I'm not surprised that you're a best-selling international author now. It doesn't surprise me. I'm happy for your friends in Brazil, but you also told people what you were going to do. And I'm always telling people what Movie Reviews and More is going to do. When I say we're going to get the 10 million views a day and counting, we're going to. Because Terry's, like I said, she's been with me for better or worse for 6 years and counting. She's not going anywhere. And she's got over 3 million views herself and counting. And I have to always remind her. I remind her what she has. What does that say, Roberto, right?
That's amazing, right?
And I keep telling her, Terry, who else has over 3 million views of being on the shows with us? Nobody.
Yeah.
You do. So, I got to get my TikTok to 15,000 followers. I'm like, what's a bigger number, 3 million or 50, measly 15,000? So these things help. So that's why I wanted to have you down, and thank you so much for driving down. And again, he was a last minute. Gene was a last minute today because we had other things going on, and we made it work. And then Carl, it's good to see Carl. He came back in from Chicago, and our studio wasn't even set up, so it was. We got through it, and I'm just glad it worked out. So I always say this to people, and you'll like this. If you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More. And please go on our site, www.moviereviewsnmore.com, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.